I've had to grieve the versions of myself in the past that I loved. The naive Kaya was the happiest Kaya because I was happy-go-lucky like me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can go wrong. Or this is what it is. Like, I'm happy, I'm in love. And then when reality hits you in your 20s, you see the world for what it is. You have to develop thick skin. And having developed thick skin, it's made me not give people the benefit of the doubt. It's made me harder on people. It's made me completely closed off, and that's a version of myself that is unrecognizable.
So now a person now who is living in a circular world and is trying to find meaning in a circular world, how would they then define their compass of what morality is? What is their incentive for acting good?
Okay.
Because religion gives you an incentive to be a good person.
A lot of Christians, if you grow up in the church, you know less about yourself outside of the Word of God, more so about what the Word of God says about you. Oh, this is such a hot take. I do think people with the foundation of religion happen to be the most immoral because they use religion as a scapegoat.
Yes.
Because I'm forgiven and because there's a higher power who sees me more than what I am right now. I'm merely human.
I kind of get the people who try to step away from religion because of what religion has become because of religious people. Hello, hi, it's your girl, Mommy Dearest.
Hi, I'm Kai, aka Adi.
And welcome to Thought Digest, where we
amplify conversations
one thought at a time.
It feels like it's been so long, but we did upload an episode last week, just late. It has been long since we've been in the studio.
Yeah.
We're giving Thato's place a break. We're giving you
break.
a rest.
He needs his own space.
He really does. We've been invading his space for so long.
So now we're at the studio, but we're at a different background. It's a different setting. Tell us which setting you prefer.
I don't know which one I prefer, actually.
I like
we'll see
both.
on camera.
I like
how
we will see how it receives. You guys comment down below if you prefer this setting or the other one. Whether we change it or not is not up to us, though.
Yeah.
But just comment. Your comments would be nice. But anyways, a life update. Give us the tea.
Sheesh. Oh, I met my husband down at McDonald's.
Hey, Bo.
This
was like 2 minutes ago, by the way. McDonald's, you know what to do. Carry on.
Why did I mention the brand? Anyway, yeah, while I was waiting for my hash brown and my tea, my husband approached me. And I knew he was my husband the moment he opened his mouth to say, Nkosazana. I said, how? Someone in it, yeah. Just kidding. I rejected him, guys. Even though he was so lovely.
Why?
Oh, panic attack! Like, actually, let me go there. So, I was reading on live yesterday that something interesting happened to me, and it's been happening ever since I became single.
Yeah.
Right? I was walking through the mall, and a man approached me, and as he was approaching me, my eyes started to well up. My heart started beating fast. I was losing feeling in my limbs. I was about to faint. I was having a full-on panic attack, and I couldn't get a word out to answer him when he greeted me. Right? It happened the first time. First guy approached me. It happened the second guy, third guy, fourth guy. It happened. Right? And I went home just bawling in tears, like, what's happening? And I realized that it was a genuine fear of relationships now. So even though my husband, and if you're watching this, even though he was my mind was telling me no, but my body was telling me he was a really good looking. Oh, he was a really good looking man, and he was like 6'3", 6'4", so he was really tall. But just the genuine fear of getting into another relationship.
But then why does
I was like, I see.
Introducing yourself to someone equates relationship?
No, I think that's where my mind just goes automatically. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know, you're not approaching me to be my friend or get to know me.
She a 10 out of 10.
I mean, 10 is a bit of stretch. I'm like a good 8. I still need a 6-pack and a million rand.
And then you'll be a 10.
Yeah, then I'll be a 10. But for now, I'm an 8, 7. You know what I'm saying? I'm around there. But yeah, that's life updates. I'm genuinely fearful of
getting into a relationship.
That's
crazy business, eh?
Yeah.
Yo, what's my life update? Me, I'm not fearing anything actually.
Really?
I think I'm just enjoying my singleness. Like I'm genuinely enjoying
Oh,
my
fix this.
singleness. It's
Yes.
not like I'm looking for anyone to like approach me, or I'm looking to like, when I'm saying enjoying my singleness, it's not that I'm like dating or getting to know people. I'm not getting to know anyone. I'm not dating anyone. No one is like, I'm not like being courted by anyone. I'm not letting anyone court me, you know. But I think this just stems from the fact that I'm currently enjoying the season that I'm in. It actually feels so good. Like my work ethic, I think I mentioned this. My work
Yeah.
ethic, my energy levels, like I'm pushing a lot, but I kind of feel like I am like a bit overworked, especially this week. I'm so exhausted, guys.
Yeah.
My body is actually physically sore.
Yeah.
Like yesterday we left the set at what time? At like half past
Oh,
midnight.
yeah.
Half
Midnight.
past 12. And we had to be up so early. I had to
Yeah.
wake up earlier because I had to edit a video for a campaign.
Mm.
So it's just like my life. It's very
Yeah.
hectic, but I'm blessed. Thank you, Lord, for putting me in this season of busyness, because it's actually, one, it's fulfilling
Yeah.
because like it's nice to be overworked and say, oh,
Yeah.
I'm fulfilled, but to be overworked and be like, oh my god, I hate what I'm doing,
Nah.
that's different.
And also, Lisa always says, you guys are gonna see Lisa very soon. Wink,
You
wink.
will.
She always says that you shouldn't complain about your plate being full when the plan was to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does love saying that.
She does say it
So
helps a lot. It's a very masculine way to think, Lisa.
she's very
But
masculine on her own, but you will get to know her. You'll get to know
yeah.
her. Yeah, guys. So yeah, we eating over here. In terms of what mental health, I'm good. I'm Gucci. Uh my relationship with God, I'm so excited for Gracious Daughters month end. Someone commented, I was like, oh my god, guys, please come to Gracious Daughters.
I saw that comment.
And I was like,
Little
child,
do you know.
if you knew, I bought the
Yeah.
tickets the moment they said the tickets are out. I had my
Yeah.
ticket bought. So I'm excited to see everyone there. I'm so excited for what it has to bring. Yeah. So
I'm also excited, especially because of how you spoke about it the last time. It made me look forward to going.
have you bought your
Yeah.
ticket, my sister?
No. But I will. I got like, what, 2 weeks left? What's the date? I got 2 weeks.
You got a
15
good
days.
1 week.
I got 15 days.
One
Isn't
and
it
a
on
half.
the 31st?
Yeah.
15 days. Come on. Let me decenter me in for a moment. Myself, I think. Yeah, no, I've been destabilized by that breakup, guys. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. I think because I've expressed many times that my one and only dream is to be a wife and a mother.
Yes.
Like I don't when it comes
doesn't
down to it, I'm
want
gonna drop all of the stuff ASAP when you know that dream is fulfilled. And so every time that I lose grip of the possibility,
Hey.
I just
You
everything
crumble.
else
It's like the
becomes
goal,
even more meaningless.
You start from square one. It's like you're working towards something. I feel like that's why it's harder for you to let go of relationships, and why it's difficult for you to start new relationships.
Yes.
Because you're like, oh my god, I'm so close to my goal. If I beggazel, I'll get there. But you will you truly enjoy your goal if it's not with the right person? Because you said wife and mother. So imagine being
That's
a
the thing,
wife.
like, oh my god, I want to be a mother, but unfortunately I have to be a wife. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, given my beliefs and the way that, you know, I'm meant to live in Christ, I have to be a wife before I'm a mother. But the wife one,
Tad. My ex used to say that
so
goals
much for decentering, man. But
goals
anyway.
are easy to attain, but the hardest goals to attain are the ones that are dependent on someone else. Those are the most difficult goals to attain, because it's not dependent
That's
on
true,
you, it's
that's
dependent
true.
on someone else.
Yeah, and it is
Especially
dependent
with
on
like the
but also
construct
me,
of
actually, let
marriage.
me also hold myself accountable for a little bit. I knew, but yeah,
It's not going where it's supposed to go.
I knew it was doomed from the beginning. I knew it was but I still, hey, now, Kaya.
Hey, now, hey, okay.
And the thing is, I'm a very calculated person. So, like I said, I knew from jump. And as, you know, as time went by, every month I realized it's going further and further down the drain. What the hell am I still doing here, right? But the heart is desperately wicked. Desperately wicked. So I think maybe just actualizing my calculations instead of just making them theoretical, primarily theoretical. Just live out those calculations, because I know things for what they are. I can tell who somebody is from jump, or I can tell when something's going south from jump, or something's going to be successful from jump. It's just living that out, and you know what I'm saying, practicalizing those theories or those calculations that I suck at.
Everybody sucks at everybody, so don't beat yourself up.
No, I was holding myself accountable.
And be willing to start again.
Hell no. I'm good. I'm so good. What do you mean, Lenya? What's your favorite color? What? How
This
many
girl-
siblings do you have?
Oh my
What's your
god.
surname? What's your shoe size? I
ge-
can't do it again.
I genuinely feel like she's being so overdramatic,
No,
because
I'm not
the
being
most
overdramatic.
exciting season in a relationship is the season where you're getting to know the person.
For me, it's the season where we are establishing Uti Lentole is a forever thing. That honeymoon, you get to know each other. No, a matter of fact, if it happens, very unlikely. If it happens that I do decide to re-enter the dating space, I'm going to release a PDF. One PDF
that says everything.
has everything about
you.
me, the basics. The other PDF is a Q&A for you. You fill it out before we go on our first date, so that by the time we link, I know all the things that I'm supposed to do, and we can just push span now.
You just thrive.
It's time to pop out the babies.
Highway.
Yeah.
Way. I feel like
That's what it is.
I feel like that's how it was back in the day, wasn't it? Like your parents were basically the
Yes.
PDF that told you about you, and his parents were the PDF that told them about
Some
him.
about
And
arranged
then they
marriage,
came-
actually.
Bruh, I always said I wouldn't be against it. I wish my mom knew people whose sons are marriageable. Like, honestly, please.
Is marriageable a word?
It should
You
be.
created it again.
It should be.
You created a new word
Marriageable is a word. Let me
again. It's
actually.
not.
Nah.
It's not a word, guys. Please. She's back. She's back to being
Married.
her. What's the word? Her pioneer self.
It is a word.
No way.
Marriageable.
Say psych right now.
It is a word.
No, just because you typed it in
No,
notes,
I didn't
and
type it
she
in-
typed
look,
it in
look,
notes, and
look,
just
look,
because it doesn't have
look.
the
Look.
the underline. No.
To finish it.
Google it.
To finish
No,
it, it's
let
a
me
word.
Google it. There's no marriageable.
It is a word. She's just a hater, but marriageable
I
is a
forgot
word.
my password. Actually, about my toxic relationship.
It's a word.
My password.
They just googled. It's a word.
For suitable for marriage, especially in being wealthy.
Okay, congratulations.
You like the definition matches my context.
No. She probably said it without knowing that it's a real
I
word.
knew it was a real word. Word.
Aye.
Like, I think I've probably heard that word 10 times. But anyways,
Okay. Damn,
yes,
I learned a new word today. Awesome.
marriageable. Yeah, so guys, be marriageable.
Be marriageable.
Let's dive into our girl chats.
I keep forgetting my password. Leave toxic relationships.
Girl, if
Toxic
y'all
relationships
knew
make
what
you
this
change
girl
your
just
password
did.
every 2 days.
You see what this girl did? Okay.
Ooh, leave them immediate effect.
But this is deep. This is another. Our girl chat today is very self-reflectory. That should be a word as well. Self-reflective. Our girl chat today is very self-reflective. So basically, I chose the topic, what's the hardest thing about being your age? So for context, I'm 21. She's 21.
22.
When are you turning 22? Have you turned? Oh, you did. She did. Oh my God, she did. Yes, I literally, the flashback came. She did turn 22. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I have no words.
I'm so sorry.
My face says it all. Yeah.
Y'all are gonna eat me up in these comments. But
Yup, me-
anyways,
Do that.
she's 22, I'm 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's the hardest thing about being 22?
I think, establishing a career, number one. I think that's the first thing that comes to mind, because everybody wants to be somebody. I think, well, I'm lying. No, let me stop speaking for the general public. Because I don't care about establishing a career. I don't want to be anybody.
Thing about Kaya being 22.
Identity. I think I mentioned in the last episode when we were talking about grief that I've had to grieve the versions of myself in the past that I loved. You know, the naive Kaya was the happiest Kaya, because I was happy-go-lucky like me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can go or this is what it is. Like, I'm happy, I'm in love. And then when reality hits you in your 20s, you see the world for what it is. You have to put on, you have to develop thick skin. And having developed thick skin, it's made me not give people the benefit of the doubt. It's made me harder on people. It's made me completely closed off, and that's a version of myself that is unrecognizable. So having to readjust to the readjust to your world expanding, because I think that's what it is. And also just let me say, making your personality and your identity malleable to the time. So naive Kaya would have not survived now. Happy-go-lucky Kaya would not have survived now. Nice Kaya would not have survived now. Do you know what I'm saying? And although she's great and she may resurface in future, she needs to be put in the back burner for now. And the person who needs to come forward now is the person who's more adamant about their boundaries, the one who's a no-nonsense taker, the person who's quick to cut people off, who's not afraid to burn bridges also. And it's not a pleasant place to be, and it's not a pleasant place to show up in the world, but it's absolutely necessary, especially now in your 20s, where it's all or nothing. It's make or break. It's, man versus man, God for us all. Each man for himself, God for us all.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at. That's the most difficult thing.
Yeah. For me, the most difficult thing about being 21 is separating who Umpo is for others and who Umpo is for herself.
Okay.
So in a sense of like the fact that like when you grow up, people have expectations on you, and you tend to act and do and make certain decisions based off people's expectations. So for instance, every decision I've done was influenced by people's expectations of me. I've always been intelligent, always been this, always been that. Go do physics, go do pure maths, because you can do it. You're smart, you this, you're gonna be a doctor. Do physics. I think the only decision I'd made for myself was taking accounting in high school, because I had a whole argument about it with my mom, to the point that I frauded myself into taking accounting. So I made her sign the subject document, right? And I made her sign 2. So the first one said geography, so it was physics, life science, pure math, geography. I made her sign that one, right? And she read that one, right? And then I was like, oh my god, something happened, some just sign quickly here. The second one was the one with the accounting in it. So she didn't realize she's signing for me to do accounting. And that's how I ended up doing accounting. Yeah, because like we're arguing about it, and she was not letting me be. I was like, oh my god, I want to be a doctor, but I just enjoy accounting. So that also was like a decision. Even my taking accounting decision, I loved it, but because it was between visual arts and accounting. But the reason why I chose accounting was because my accounting teacher was very adamant about me doing it, because he was like, oh my god, you are so good at it. You are so good at it. Do it. So most of my decisions in life have been because of like other people's expectations of me. Even going to varsity and doing accounting. My high school teachers called me in the morning, my results came out, and said, which university are you going to go to? Because I was accepted everywhere. So which university are you going to go to? And I was like, I'm not sure. Where were you accepted for accounting? I'd only applied for accounting in 2 universities. 3. Stellenbosch, Wits, and UJ. But UJ was the only one I applied for CA stream accounting. And then they were like, go there. Because it was the CS stream accounting, and my highest mark in matric was my accounting mark. So it was like decisions influenced by people. So now that I'm like, okay, I finally got this degree to make everybody happy, I've made you all happy. What does Mpo want to do now? Like, what is it that so it's very hard. Like, so I don't know whether I'm doing accounting because it's genuinely something I'm passionate about and it's where I see myself. I'm doing it because it's an expectation, because she's capable of doing it.
And we did have this conversation about, when you grow up young. What did that lady say?
I don't know.
From Girls Trip. I'm black, bold, and something. I'm black, bold, and brave. Little.
I'm black, bold, and brave.
Dynamic. You grow up beautiful, smart, talented, skilled. A lot of people see... They see their dreams in you. Their dreams coming to life in you, and so they project those things onto you, that you should be this because
You are
you are smart, or you
Yes.
should do this because you're beautiful, and because you're tall you should be a model. I have a cousin of mine who's stunning. She's really tall, she's beautiful, she has an amazing build, and she has a model's build, and everybody says, why don't you model, why don't you model? She couldn't care less. I wish I had that bravado to say, I don't care, I'm gonna do what I want. And unfortunately, we both fell into making decisions inspired by other people's dreams for us. And I agree with you. It is a difficult thing to navigate, because there's you not even risk. There's the inevitability that you're going to disappoint the people in your life.
Yeah.
You know, and my mom, surely her hearing me say my dream is to be a wife and a mom, she must be having a heart attack wherever she is. She better not watch this episode. She probably thinking, yo, mntana ngaze ngamosha yonke into in my life. 'Cause my mom worked so hard for us to put us through school and all of these things. And
Here you are.
here I am,
Madam Wife. Madam Wifey.
So you do actually risk disappointing your loved ones or the people who believe in you, you know.
You see, the bravery to be able to do that, bruh. Like, I've had so many times where I felt like literally cutting off everyone from my family. Like,
Everyone?
every single person, even my mom. Like, especially this year, I've had like those feelings like 3 times or 4 times where I just wanted to cut off everyone. Because literally everyone, even friends who are trying to project things off of me, I literally wanted to like take my phone, change my number, get a place, rent it out, and disappear and just do me.
Yeah.
Because like it's so overwhelming dealing with people's
Yeah, it is
expectations,
overwhelming, yeah.
like family expectations. Just because first to go and do accounting and graduate, hey, so I need to see it through. First to do like so many family expectations. I'm like, do it yourself. Like I'm in the season
Yeah.
of like, if you really want an accountant, go and be the accountant of the family.
Yeah.
If you really want this, go and do it. But it's so hard to get the courage to actually act out on those like feelings, those deep feelings. It's so exhausting, guys. It's so exhausting being great. Oh my god.
I should have seen that coming. There's no way Mbo doesn't end the rant with some, as in.
Someone's offside. Yeah, no shame. It is truly exhausting being great.
But did she lie? She may
I-
tell a joke.
But I didn't tell a lie. I really didn't tell a lie.
Okay, that's literally the only thing that I could think of that makes being in your 20s incredibly difficult for me. It's the only one.
Do you
The only
think?
one I care about. I have very few cares in the world. I've come to realize. You know, we actually recently shot Girls' Night In, and we were playing a game. And while we were playing this game, I realized how much I don't care about anything, because we were split into teams.
Oh, the rating one.
Yes, and Paul was on. She was on the other
Opposing
team
team,
with Kutlwano, and I
Yeah.
was with Michelle. And Michelle is also very competitive. All 3 of them were competitive, and I'm just here chilling, and we're losing. Michelle and I are losing, and she's devastated, and and I just realized, wow, this means nothing to me. Like you guys are cheating the game, like, and it's a small example, but it paints it gives respect to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
That really and truly my cares are very little.
Very, very little.
Very little.
I think I have 1 care. Is to be great at everything I do. That's literally my care. So if
Do you know how massive of a care that is?
but like if I
To be great at everything you do you know
yeah, if I wanna be a mom, like if I'm a mother, I'm doing motherhood. I wanna be the greatest mother. If I'm doing being someone's wife, I'm gonna be the
the
best
greatest
wife.
in comparison to, because I feel like those words
Okay, for
yeah.
me, like it's not in comparison to anyone, but what my version of what I would have wanted motherhood to be like for me, I want to attain that. What my version of what I want to be for my husband, I want to attain that.
Yeah.
My version of what I want to do in whatever career path I pursue, I want to attain that. You know, so yeah. But anyways, I'm not even stressed. It's a care, but it's not a stress, because I serve a living God, and God just, like, guys, anything I put my hand on is blessed.
I know that's right.
I don't know. It's an anointing. I can't control it.
I
Like,
know that's right.
whatever even if I do it by mistake, like my hand touches someone
You're
by
so
mistake,
gassed.
I
like,
tell you, do you know the power?
I love how
I
energetic you are today.
I just go,
How am I?
Doop, and greatness right there.
I know that's right. As it
So,
should be.
and you know, it also reflects on the people around me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm in a relationship, bruh, I make the biggest impact in my ex's lives. Like, I do the most. I really do the most. Like, I'll get you career driven. Like, you wake up with a new enthusiasm for life because you can see
Yeah.
how amazing I'm doing. You're just like, I wanna match her energy. You know, and you match my energy. Like, bruh, I support. Oh my God. No, let's not get into how amazing I am. But anyways, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know what to say to that. I really
It's
don't.
just a joke. It's just a
know.
joke.
You're not joking.
No. Let's play today's
Why you?
game. Let's play today's game.
But I'm in total agreement. I think you don't leave a place the same.
Yeah.
You leave it better than you found it.
I like doing that.
Yeah.
It's my cup overflows, guys. I want you to experience God the way I experience
So well to
God.
be this heavy in singleness, I'm dying.
It's the power of the spirit. It's the power of the spirit. I am
my
an
God.
advocate for God is great, y'all. God is so good.
He
Even
is
in
good.
my season of
Maybe it's just
darkness.
today.
Y'all see me so excited like this and see me excited every day on the couch and think, oh my God, her life must be amazing. You'll see soon.
I agree.
Y'all will see our lives very soon. But when you see our lives, you'll realize that actually it's not as amazing as we make it out or as you make it, as you see
Yeah.
it. But just because we carry our, how do I put it? We carry our scars with so much grace that they actually become very beautiful. Do you get me? Yeah. Yeah. I spit.
I don't like you, dude. I don't like you. You do that to me every episode. Where it's just like I'm at a loss for words.
I need to write a book. Guys,
Should.
I should write these things down. What about motivational quotes?
They should maybe put an extra page in the Bible. Specifically for
Paul's sayings. Let's go. 1, 2. Okay, guys.
Oh goodness.
Let's go into today's game.
I actually don't know what today's game is. She just told me to put together 8 random words, so that's exactly what I did. You
so
go ahead and explain.
It's kind of like a game of 30 seconds. Can our team there at the back please have like a timer for us? 30 seconds.
Thank you.
So it's a game of 30 seconds. So basically
with
how
one
you
word.
win is don't cheat when you describe, please, my sister. So I'm going to describe words to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And wait, which way must we do it? Should we do it like the words you guess correctly? Those are your points.
Mm-hmm.
Or should we do it the words I managed to describe to you correctly are my points? Which way?
No, the words I guess correctly.
Okay,
if
the
that
words.
makes sense.
Okay, the words she guessed. So basically, the words she will guess correctly in 30 seconds. The number of words she can guess correctly are her points. The number of words I can guess correctly are my points.
Number of words in 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So we have like 8 words. So I don't know if we're gonna get like.
I think she
eight.
doesn't.
Okay, let's do it 60. How is 60 seconds?
60 is a lot.
45?
Yeah, 45.
45 seconds.
Because I don't think you know this about me, but it takes a very long time for me to defrost.
My sister.
It's in the morning. To me, anything before 2 p.m. is in the morning.
That's true. Kaya starts her day at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Like, don't call her, don't text her, don't try find her before 1.
So, about my 30 seconds, my brain is still.
It's still frozen. You'll survive.
It's okay, let's do it.
You'll survive. Let's get into it.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me start.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh my God. You know what I used? I used a random word generator. So you start for 145 seconds. The moment I say go, you start. Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh my God. I even forgot these words because I did it like in the middle of the night. Tired. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, when you're on a podium, you give a
Speech.
yes. Your dog.
Dog walk, a dog love,
Like
a
when
dog
you when
park,
when
dog.
when you put 2 dogs together, you are doing what? Like when the dogs are making kids. What is it called?
Girl, that better not be no doggy style now.
No, Kaya, please be serious. Please be serious.
Dog.
Like a type of dog, like a golden retriever, a pit bull. I don't know. What is that? What is that, Kaya?
A pet.
Oh my God.
Girl.
Oh my God. Can the people at the back? Yes, thank you. Thank you.
What?
Boy, opposite.
Girl.
Okay. When the president is in a position of what?
Time.
Power.
Power
Authority.
skills, leadership.
Leadership.
Time.
What's mixed breed?
No, it said breed. Just breed. I wanted the word breed. Like when you put dogs together, it's breeding.
Yeah, you should have asked me that at 9 p.m.
This girl, oh my god. Okay, you got
That didn't
speech
even cross
and
my mind.
girl.
I'm just like, as soon as you said what do two dogs do in there, I'm like, girl.
Don't be. It's too early for your mind to be there in the gutter.
Stop.
It's too early for your mind to be in the gutter, girl. Like you're not the first, but that's what you can first. Hell no, do better.
Wife and a mother. Wink, wink.
We see her priorities. Oh, child. Oh, child.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, you have me so stressed. I think
Um,
we'll do like 2 rounds because I gotta give you like a second chance.
I don't care for a second chance. Okay, we can start the timer.
Okay.
It's on the clock. It shows the
Time.
yeah. My God, can you stand the?
Rain.
What do you wear on your feet?
Rain boots.
No,
R-
basic.
rain shoes.
Remove rain.
Shoes.
Yes. It's what? Women turn houses into.
Homes.
Yes. The primary color red.
Yellow, blue, green,
Mm-mm.
red, yellow,
Yes.
blue.
You said red already. Didn't
You said
I said
red.
ooh.
Oh, girl.
My God, still defrosting. Somebody who's in charge of you at work is known as your.
Boss.
We work to attain.
Success.
No, we work to get the thing to pay for stuff. Oh, what do you use to pay for things? She won.
Money.
She beat you.
Okay, you never say it like that.
I
She beat you.
mopped the floor. How many did I get?
I don't know.
Rain.
Rain, shoe, home,
Home.
boss.
Boss.
Yeah.
Okay. The 4 is good
Basically
enough.
all of them.
4 out 2. I mopped the floor.
F for mop the floor.
Do better, guy. Round 2.
Maybe you should play with somebody who's actually competitive.
You know what?
Yeah.
Get the drum.
Like, who's our next guest? You can play against them.
Kaya needs incentive.
I really
like
don't.
to win. Like she needs incentive. Like
You
I
know,
don't make
when you grow up a winner, you can't tell the difference anymore.
excuses.
You even like, I in grade 6, I even stopped caring for exams. I had to give other kids a chance to get that trophy. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah. Even when I played sports, sometimes I would just walk around the court. Just say,
You know,
shine.
you shine, do your
Shine,
thing.
shine. It's okay.
Experience the spotlight at least once in your life. Okay, let me give you again. I wanna try give you.
Oh, you're giving me another chance.
Yeah.
Or you're giving yourself another opportunity to win. That's what it
Yes,
is. You don't even
yes.
exactly. Hey.
Link. Okay.
Hey.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. A person who thingies are orchestra songs, like they
Nigga, like,
write them.
do you think that word is in the front of my mind? A composer.
Yes.
Oh.
1, 2,
I give
3.
you love.
Oh,
Home
first,
red.
when you are a winner, you are in the Olympics. First, second, third. What is that called?
What?
Like first, second, third. Okay, when you put something above, I don't even know what to say anymore.
Gold, silver, bronze.
What is that? Like when people you do it like ooh. Yes, thank you. Oh,
Didn't
wow.
even cross my mind.
Wow.
Did not even.
When you put
It's like, stop the timer. Stop. There's an unfair thing that's happening here. I gave her words like shoe, home, love. You get? She comes with composer.
rank.
Okay. Now I'm gonna give you.
I said I used the word generator like an app, like literally. So composer rank. I didn't even get to.
I may not be
forge.
competitive, but I sure am vengeful.
Well, you gotta get forge. Would you have gotten
Forge,
forge?
nigga. It's in the morning.
What is the other one? Gradual. Or you gonna get gradual?
No, bruh. Let me show you my list of. Let me read my list of words out to you, and I'll show you how. Time, Lou, love, color, baby, rain, shoe, feet, home, red, girl, no, boss, money, cry. Composer, rank, breed,
Gradual.
gradual,
Forge.
forge,
Speech. There's girl. I got girl too.
Let's move on to the long topic. I'm already sick of you.
Okay, guys. Today's long topic is the search for meaning in a circular world.
Behind the scenes, I just saw a hand do this.
The
So actually, that was my cue. Go ahead, go ahead.
search for meaning in a gradual world.
In a secular world.
Circle. Oh, you see, gradual is now stuck in my head. It's also early, guys.
What happens when you think too hard? Think too hard.
Okay. So, let me.
This stupid dress is giving me a lustro.
You
There
have
we
data,
go.
my sister.
Hmm?
You have data.
Yes.
Please Google what circular means for the people. For the people and me.
But you explained it yesterday, Amos.
I did, but like, do you understand what time it was? This was me at midnight, yo. I'm with Kaya in the room. They on live. I'm there, busy typing out the topics for today. Oh, can you see our Kiki, work life dynamic?
Hey man, I'm just here for vibes at this
She's
point.
just here for vibes.
Bam bam. When you say circular now,
SE.
yes, that's secular. I keep telling you.
A
Secular.
secular.
Yes. Not having any connection with religion.
So
That's basically what
basically,
it is.
a search for meaning in a world where you don't have a connection with religion. So these are basically my talking points, right?
Mhm.
So we defined what secularism means.
Think too hard.
Okay.
It started with the game. No, it started with marriageable. That's
Okay. So
secular.
Okay.
Yes, we define secular.
okay, so basically, okay, let's give context. So how does traditional religion help in giving a person meaning?
What do you mean by traditional religion?
So like religions such as Christianity, Islam,
Mhm.
Buddhism, what are those other things? Mormonism.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
religion. Mormonism. What's the other one? Scientology.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how do those different types of religions, how people like define themselves and give meaning? You can give us context in terms of Christianity.
Sure. I wish. Okay, I'm going to try not to allude to the next episode's long topic, right? But when we define personhood, community is often involved there, right? So religion gives you community, and thus that community has its own value systems and its own moral compass, the way that they define morality, let me say that instead. And did I say tradition, culture, morality, all of that is involved within a religious system, and that grounds you within that community, if that makes sense. So a lot of Christians, if you grow up in the church, you know less about yourself outside of the Word of God, more so about what the Word of God says about you, right? And that's a function of the scripture that's been given in that religion. Do you know what I'm saying? So that forms your identity, your religion, and what your religion is based upon forms your identity, and also your identity, and also how the community, how you interact with that Christian community. I do think though, when I looked at today's long topic, it reminded me of a girl on TikTok where she was talking about her being approached by somebody who was from God the Mother. Have you ever heard of that church, aka cult? But anyway, God the Mother, and the person asked her what her views are on religion, and she immediately responded by saying, "I've never even considered religion." That blew my mind. I couldn't. I didn't know that not that I didn't know. Maybe I wasn't aware that there are people who don't consider religion at all. It doesn't play a role in their life. The idea that there is a higher power and that there is a purpose and that you are to obey these moral laws and so on. I didn't know people just live, right? So that's why today's topic is so interesting for me, because all I've ever known is Christianity. All I've ever known is God. All I've ever known is the Bible and scripture and religion as a whole. I'm familiar with Islam. I'm familiar with Judaism, I'm familiar with Mormonism, I'm familiar with Hinduism. Hello. But yeah.
I hear your chat. I genuinely hear your chat because it's a thing of like, you see, like meaning for me, or like meaning, like what it means to me. It's like basically like, what is like your purpose of living?
Okay.
You know, and you see, like with traditional religion, each religion tells you what it is, why it's the reason you live. You know, I know
Yeah.
that there's a religion where, I don't want to say it's Buddhism, and I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna say there's a religion where basically you live to make better decisions for your next life.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do good in this life, when you're reincarnated, you'll be reincarnated in a better life. You know, so like if you do bad, you can even be reincarnated into an animal because you did bad. So you
Yeah.
need to start from scratch.
Who's
You
to say you have not been reincarnated right now? I
yes,
have such a bone
basically
to pick with all of that.
basically that's what it means. So
Yeah.
the product of the life you're living now is your life is a that you're living now is a product of your past self. So the lot you were dealt at birth is a product of your past self. So if you find yourself in a situation where you are poor, you know you're not happy with the way life is,
That's exactly what I was thinking
it
of.
probably means that in your past self probably murdered someone. I don't know, you did something bad. You did something horrendous, and that's why this is the lot you're dealt. So like even animals. So if you see a dog, if you see a pig, chances are in their past selves they're actually human beings that did things that were so horrendous to a point that they were incarnated into an animal. So there's a religion that believes in that. So and then you have Christianity, where basically um our meaning comes from being the disciples of God, basically God's disciples, you know, shining the light of the world, you know,
Yeah.
acting in a way that is like Christ, you know. So that's where our values and belief systems now are based off that, you
Yeah.
know. So if you can basically, what I'm trying to get at is religion kind of is a different way to express your morality.
Okay.
If you notice, like the pattern with different religions is being moral.
Yeah.
It's just that what they define morality as
Yeah.
and what they deem good and bad that's what's different. So now a person now who is living in a circular world and is trying to find meaning in a circular world, how would they then define their compass of what morality is? What is their incentive for acting good?
Okay.
Because religion gives you an incentive to be a good person.
Sure. I have so many things to say. One, I think everybody in a sense wants to, or we're all looking for hope that there is more than what this is, right? And in that pursuit of hope, we sort of accommodate the idea of eternal return, which are things like reincarnation or hell and heaven or ancestors, and all of these things are all forms of accepting the idea of eternal return, that you can do better than what you're doing now. And that's sort of my logical that's the logical side of me coming in and saying, you know what, actually that doesn't make sense that the eternal return even is a thing, because if it was, would we not then remember? Do you get? And so that's why I've been having such a tussle with faith lately. Not to say that, not to say that my faith in Christ is dwindling, but the particulars of it. Also, I'm going to revert to our girl chat topic. What's so difficult about being this age is that there are a lot of beliefs, values, and ideas that you will have to deconstruct in your 20s, because you realize they were imposed, or even if they weren't imposed, you learned about them without having asked questions. So I'm in the phase where I'm asking questions about my faith, so that, one, it can be firmer, two, I can answer people who have the same questions. So that idea of eternal return for me is a linear one. It goes nowhere. No, it's a circular one, sorry. It goes nowhere. And then people who don't have the foundation of religion, or don't even make consideration for religion, how do you establish morality, right? And funny enough, this is actually very, has a lot to do with a podcast that I was listening to. Let me give me it now. It's well, the title of the podcast is, give me a second. It is the, using one hand is so difficult. It was such a, and I had no idea why I chose this one in particular. I just felt, you know, the need to listen to it. Give me a second. It's called The Nature of Evil. Tell me about it. And so it was a group of philosophers that got together, and people who do theater who got together to try and define what evil is, right? And you have the traditional, you have the traditional definition of evil, which is the absence of good. And then you have sort of the scholar view of evil, which is, well, let me say, the more extreme view of evil. To We would make examples of Hitler and who else? Hitler, the first person who comes to mind, or the people who commit genocides, are the people who are actively seeking to harm, right? Who have no consideration for their fellow human being. But a philosopher named Hannah Arendt gives an interesting definition to evil. I'm getting to the whole morality thing. Give me a second. She gives an interesting definition to evil, and she says evil is the inability to think. I was like, hey, wait a minute, what does that mean, right? And she refers to the internal dialogue that is necessary for a person to have in order for them to show up as good in the world. And that internal dialogue involves consideration of the other human being. So you must be able to negotiate with yourself in your interactions with people so that it turns out well for them. Does that make sense? So people like Hitler don't have that internal dialogue. They just have volition and they move on volition. They make no consideration for how it can turn out good for their fellow human being. So I think that would be a good way for somebody who's not religious to then establish a moral compass. Do I have this internal dialogue that allows me to negotiate with myself even in moments where I feel like I am justified for acting in a negative manner, but by virtue of having that internal dialogue, I neutralize those bad thoughts in order to show up as good to the person, or that the situation turns out good for the other person.
It's basically the definition of ethics.
Yeah.
So in accounting, I tell you, you will never write any test from your first year till probably your ITC or your APC,
Yeah.
where they don't basically give you an ethical situation, because
Yeah.
like the foundation of being an accountant is ethics, right? So ethics is defined as good for self and other. So that also comes into like morality as well, So making decisions that aren't good for, and that aren't just good for yourself, but are good for the other person.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just how inherently we do not act in that manner inherently. It's the internal dialogue that happens, because your initial instinct is to do something that benefits you.
Absolutely.
And then now when you have that internal dialogue, that's when now you actually think, okay, this thing that benefits me, how does it then impact the people around me? And I feel like that's just how society has operated for a very long time,
Yeah.
minus the few exceptions of people that don't have internal dialogue. Example, Hitler, But then how do you now, who's to say, now this is a question that's like come to my head, who's to say people with the foundation of religion act in a way that is more have that internal dialogue?
I think people who have the foundation of religion are the most immoral people. I think so. A lot of the good people I've met are actually non-believers. They are atheists, right? Because they care about how they show up in the world. Again, they are aware of community, they are aware of environment, they are aware of circumstance, they are aware of life as it is, right? Again, this is such a hot take. I do think people with the foundation of religion happen to be the most immoral, because they use religion as a scapegoat.
Yes.
Because I'm forgiven, and because there's a higher power who sees me more than what I am right now. I'm merely human, A lot of religious people use that, and so that's why I'm going to keep pounding on that internal dialogue for people who don't have the foundation of religion. Because also, I studied the book of Romans, right? Written by the Apostle Paul. And he makes a very interesting well, he has a very interesting revelation about the law, right? And how the law actually inspired sin, because and a pastor that I forgot which pastor it was. He made an example about two doors. If there's a door that said "Don't go through your stuff only," wada wada, or "Danger, khafar," wada wada, and then there's a door that doesn't have that label, we are more likely to want to look through that door. And so that's what the law does. The law inspires you to see how far can I push it, you know? And religion has law, or religion is based on law. That's why I think Christianity, real Christianity, is lawless. It's not religion,
It,
right? But anyway,
no, the Bible does actually allude to that.
yes,
Like,
in the book of Romans it does.
like basically the Old Testament was the law.
Yeah.
That was when your gate to heaven or hell was how well you followed the law,
Yeah.
you know. And then basically the reason why this law was established, which is your 10 commandments,
Yeah.
you know, the law. The reason being for that law to be established was to basically give light to your imperfections, to show you that you aren't able to follow the law.
Yes.
That is why it was. So your salvation isn't based off whether you follow the law or not.
Absolutely.
You see, that was what that's what the point of the Old Testament
Yes.
was. But the thing is, people don't understand that.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying religion gives way to immorality.
And also, I think also like
Sheesh.
there's a
That
thin
is
line.
a really hot take.
There's a thin line between
Whoever's our editor. Peggy.
cook. And also there's also a thin line between like religion and cult, because people who are like so religious, very religious people, tend to they're the least open-minded people. I feel like that's why like people who believe in secularism and just basically say, I'm just living my life, take into consideration others. People in religion are so narrow-minded, and it's like it's their way or no way. And they don't even know if their way is right or wrong, but they're so right about their way, and it's no way. And that's why like religion was used to conquer empires, to spill blood. Like it was like we have a reason, we are right for coming and colonizing Africa. They don't know God. Now, and it was like it's weaponized in so many instances. Like it's weaponized. It's also reason to kill people. Guys, oh my God, religion just irks me. Like it just irks me. And I kind of get the people who try to step away from religion because of what religion has become because of religious people, you know. And even in that same thought, how does culture, like, okay, now we said, okay, we've spoken about how religion impacts, but like now, how does culture, like the culture, the environment that you're in, now, how does that shape now your definition of meaning?
Well, how do you discern meaning? Well, the meaning of life from culture.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Cause I'm again a lot of the components of culture I'm very new to. I said this also in our episode with Michelle and Gutlan, like things like friendship and loyalty, and well, let me say friendship because that's a social dynamic, and work, play, all of these elements that sort of form, let's say, Black culture or South African culture, or all of these things. Again, wow, I should have thought of this probably when we did the girl chat, because that's also something that's difficult to navigate in your 20s as well. What kind of culture, home culture as well, you know, the traditions in your home, the things that you're so used to. How does that, how do you derive the meaning of life from that? Allow me to think. Go ahead.
For me, when it comes to like, I feel like from from our inherent essence, human beings, we are not
Inherent and essence mean the same thing.
okay. From our essence,
Yes.
human beings, we aren't good people. From the beginning of time, we've not been good people. And I feel like culture becomes now a construct and a manner in which we live in harmony.
Okay.
Because if there's no culture, there's no societal values or standards and so on and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
conflict is inevitable because inherently we choose ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So how now culture now gives you meaning is in a sense of, because of the culture in which, for instance, our culture right now,
Mm-hmm.
the way we're living right now, our culture has progressed not in the most positive way, in the most negative way ever, because we live in a culture where image is idolized.
Okay.
You know, how you look, how what you have, all those things, like image is idolized.
Mm-hmm.
So now people now who are born in this culture, if you see now the teenagers nowadays, the younger people nowadays, you can see morally they lack. You right, you know them, the TikTokers.
I have
Morally
a few
give
people come to mind.
a few people, morally I give them 0. Suicidally, their suicide rate is on 1,000%. Don't laugh, guys. It's not fun.
It's true.
It's not funny. So
It's true.
morally, they get 0. They suffer from more depression. It's not like depression was not a thing that never existed,
Yeah.
but it's more permanent now. You know,
You think that's influenced by the culture?
yeah, because the culture of image and self is so toxic. It's so toxic because if you do not have that image, if you do not have that, you don't look pretty, you don't have money, you don't come from a good home, you don't do this, you don't do that, you value that to the extent that you say bye bye my morals, because what is more important, what gives me more meaning, is not how I impact the world, but how I look to the world, what I have in the world. So like chasing that kind of forfeits a lot of things. And the thing is, now the way culture has moved, we are chasing something that is so unattainable that not attaining it leads to a depression that is not solvable. There's no solution to your sadness because what's making you sad is unattainable. And people don't realize that and they don't see that, you know. So I feel like now that's how culture now impacts meaning, you know, and how our culture is negatively evolved. Yeah. Because back in
I
the day,
really don't have many Ks in the world.
Ubuntu.
Because
Ubuntu was
that
it.
did not cross my mind at all. At all.
Really?
At all. I was like, what the heck?
Culture njani?
Kasanjani. Because to make such a conclusion, you have to consider the world as it is, and you have to consider individuals. Because to make a statement about depression versus culture, and you have to care.
Guys, like, I don't care about y'all. Die.
Hey yo. Hey.
She was like, okay, death of the spirit. That's what I mean.
Hey,
Death of the spirit.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
She thought that.
Just because I don't care doesn't mean I want you to die.
Death of the spirit. Yeah, but I genuinely feel like now that's just like how culture thinking.
That's also, that was a very clear thought process.
Yeah.
You were very clear about that.
It was last minute. I think now, guys, we can move into memberships.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
We've been here for an hour.
What?
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all.
Sorry, guys.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
What the heck?
Yeah. So, so basically our memberships topic is gonna transition so well into like the meaning, the meaning concept, because our memberships topic is the philosophy of death.
Which, very interesting that you chose that.
Yeah.
Considering your...
My fear.
Yeah. Very interesting. So, I think we clarified that there are two, let me say, toggles on our channel. There's one for support, which is the cheaper option, about 19 Rand, if we're not mistaken. That is not memberships, guys. Memberships is a little bit more than that. I think 140.
Yeah.
About 140. So that allows you to see some BTS content, the conversation that we're about to have now, our apartment hunting series, hopefully, if we can agree on the apartment.
Guys,
style
please
that
subscribe to it. We can't afford where Kaya wants to stay. Kaya wants a penthouse. I can't afford a penthouse.
We can, guys. Please join channel membership, please. Okay, we can. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Okay, so yeah, so our membership topic is the philosophy of death. It kind kind of comes into the meaning topic, because we're talking about how you find meaning in different religions and
Yeah.
not having religion. Now it's like, how do different religions define death, and what makes death, why do we define death, and now how would a person without religion, for instance, probably see death? So if you guys want to delve into that, subscribe to channel memberships. Other members, see you there. Everybody else, sorry, subscribe, like, comment, share, do the right things.
Bye. See you next Monday, 3 p.m. Bye.